Team Manili here again with you. I'm Jason. This is Amy. And we're here for our third part of our series, what to do when you want to list your house. All right, so you've made your decision to list the house. And you have a couple of different things you have to figure out what you want now. And your first one is really to pick your agent. And as much as we want you to use us, you need to interview a couple different agents. Find out who you work well with, who you get along with, and who is going to do what you want in the best way possible. And there's also another thing. We have huge teams versus small teams versus individual real estate agents. And it's always tempting to pick the big team. It seems like they do a ton of stuff, but it's easy to get lost with them. And you know they've got 10 different people in the office, and you may talk to Sally one day, and then Bob the next, and Joe the third. So it's kind of tough to make sure everybody knows they're on the same page with you. And on the flip side of that, you have just the individual agent, which are great, but if they get too busy, they may not be as responsive as you would like, or do the necessary marketing that you need. And then that's where we come in. So we fit right in the middle. We're not big, we're not small, and we can kind of take care of it. We know exactly what's going on in each other's transactions. We talk to each other often about how it's going. So that's kind of where we come in. We fill that niche in between. And then finally, when you're interviewing your agents, don't spill the beans on everything, all right? Don't tell them if you're getting a divorce, or if there's something wrong with the house, or there's some adverse reason you're selling. When an agent knows that, and they may not get the listing, they know it now. And if they come and show your house to one of their buyers, they're obligated to tell them. They need to know because they're representing that client.
Right.
So make sure you don't spill the beans on that one.
The other thing that I just kind of wanted to touch on that Jason was mentioning in picking your agents is I read an interesting statistic the other day that said that 70% of home sellers and buyers select the first agent they talk to. We think that's kind of staggering considering that this is such a large investment. Usually it's people's largest investment. We think that you should have the opportunity to interview more than one agent, and you do have that right and that freedom. So we think you should exercise it. Talk to a couple different people. Of course, we'd love the opportunity to interview for the job, but you may want to check into a couple different agents. The second point that we want to hit on is what your goals are in terms of selling your home. So it's really important that you identify as a seller what you would like to see happen. For instance, you may be moving out of state to relocate and start a new job in 4 months. That means you need to sell your home pretty quickly. So if your goal is to sell your house fast, you need to convey that to the agent that you're working with so that they have a good idea of how best to market your home. On the flip side, you may be not as eager to sell. You might not need to sell it quickly, but maybe you'd like to see a greater return on your investment. So you'd like to see your house sell for top dollar. Your agent also should need to know that. We need to know what your goals are so that we can effectively market and sell your house in order to meet your goals.
Yeah, exactly. And then our third point is when to list your house and how much to list it for. I know everybody today is on Zillow and they're always checking it out. And Zillow is good, but not always accurate. They're fun to look at, but take their estimates with a grain of salt. Make sure that they have a good market analysis of your home. They use good, accurate comps within your neighborhood, similar size and square footage, blah, blah, blah. So make sure that those are good, accurate comps that you're looking at so you can sell your house for the most money when the time comes. And then we did a video earlier about the best time to list your house. And so you, depending on what you want to do for your house, sell it for the most, or fast, or whatever the case may be, make sure you watch that video and figure out when the best time to list your house is. Typically we found that springtime, summertime is really the best time. So anytime through March through August is our peak season. So make sure that you watch that video to kind of figure that one out with a little more detail.
The last point that we wanted to bring you to today were getting another set of eyes in there or two more sets of eyes in your home to really take a good look at it and see what else you might need to do that you missed during your prepping process. We did create a whole video that we're also going to link in the bar below so that you can check that out if you haven't already, which discusses different types of things that you may want to consider when prepping your home for sale. We want you to put your best foot forward, and we want to work together basically as a team in order for you to meet your goals in selling your house. So let's get the agent eyes in there, kind of an unbiased opinion about things that you may want to do to really get your house in the best shape possible. When we live in our homes, it's easy to overlook things that you're used to every day. Maybe you miss the fact that the kids have run their hands up and down the stair railings and made them extremely sticky. An extra set of eyes might just be needed to come in there and remind you, like, hey, maybe we should clean the railing before people come through your house.
It never happens in our house.
It never happens here. I don't know.
Well, hopefully, guys, you're finding these videos informative and useful. If you are, please subscribe to our YouTube page and check us out on Facebook, www.teammaneely.com, all those fun places. And hopefully you will be calling us soon to list your house. Have a great day. So now that you've made the decision to put your house on the market, you have a couple different steps you need to go through.
The longest hair, right? I'm not even joking. Hi, Amy. It's bugging the crap out of me. We should do an outtake. That would be really funny.
Team Maneely here again with you. I'm all right. Team Maneely here again, and then small versus big. Oh shit!
I was like, I don't even know what that is.
I was like, why? Okay, so we'll start this one over again.